okay, folks, you could call this a COVID throwback, big time. Even though we do have COVID circulating as we speak, we now have what's called the flirt variant, which is really, apparently I heard on the news, is quite nasty, very nasty. You know, really, we need to bring back mask mandates and all that sort of shit. That's just my opinion, folks. But basically, yeah, it's pretty nasty shit going down with Flirt. She's a nasty variant. We've got to take it as that. See how we go with this piece anyway, and we'll soon find out why this is a COVID throwback. It's now May 2024. Let's see how we go with this, folks. Okay, let's see what this is. It is a Vogue magazine, in other words, an on-trend magazine. And we've got here masks in fashion. So this was when COVID was at its most. This was trying to see what date it is, if it's got a date on it. Doesn't seem to have a date on the front cover. Could be there. Whatever, folks. It was pretty much during the COVID period, so I can't find a date on here, but this is the magazine once again. And this is, I'm going to just quickly play with the buttons. Sorry about the bad camera work. So we got here this article showing protective measures. So this is the title page. So we got all these different people wearing different masks, and I found so we've got these two here. Yeah, that's it. This is the one we're interested in, the colourful one. I'm just going to quickly press the button, make sure I don't lose my settings. And this is the one we're interested in, this lady here in her colourful outfit. But yeah, masks were indeed, they're not pleasant to wear. I'm always wearing mine when I go out. I wear mine when I'm out and about. I don't want to catch... It's not just about COVID, folks. It's about avoiding the cold and the flu, as amongst other things. And even though my COVID... When I caught COVID, I always was either mild or asymptomatic. I still find that the flu is really nasty. It's nasty for me. It's nastier than my experience with COVID, and I'm trying to protect myself at all costs. And that's come up looking shit house. The colour in that. I thought the background was going to look shit, and we do need a bit of colour. I think we're going to work with this one in positive mode. I don't think negative mode is really good for that, does it any justice. So I'm just going to set it up for just the positive mode. Positive, COVID, get it? Not funny. Okay. So just going to get rid of that. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of this. I haven't got that on. I'm just going to make a master copy. I catch public transport a lot, so I need to cover up. It's just really scary when I see someone sniffling or coughing or sneezing. I'm always on high alert, and it really fucks me up. I just can't tolerate the thought of catching a flu. And if I hear someone who's got symptoms, I'm up there on high alert. I try to move out of the way whenever I can. I get really disgusted with people, the way that they don't seem to care that they're spreading the lurgy around, or or COVID and they don't wear masks on public transport, and they should wear it. If they've got a fucking splutter or a cough, they should be masking up to protect others. That looks really quite interesting. That looks pretty dark. But yeah, I just really hate it when I come across somebody coughing and spluttering on the bus, and I try to stay away. I try to dodge. If I hear a sniffle or a cough, I usually immediately vacate that area as much as I can if there's another seat available, and hope I'm not making it worse. This looks really wishy-washy. In some ways I like it. It's good for that, but this I think is the better one. That's a bit too wishy-washy. That's probably the best. So yeah, if everyone wore masks, people like myself who really value being well won't have to pay the price as well, even because masks can't protect you from everything, folks. But I'd like to see it back again, because there's all sorts of respiratory illnesses going around. Yeah, looks interesting. Not quite what I'm after. I'm going to start with her face up the top there for something different. That looks interesting. She's almost faceless. I guess having the mask covers up the nose and the mouth, so it looks like she's faceless. I'm not doing a very good job of this, folks, I must say. Maybe I'm trying too hard, folks. I'm going to just put her back down there again. Oh, I know why. We're on 100%. We should be on reducing it if we want to use the whole area. Of course, folks. Yeah, looks interesting. I think I fucked it up big time. Yeah, looks interesting, this piece. maybe we could stretch it on the horizontal and maybe make that, yeah. Yeah, I really wish I could get in touch with my partner Luigi. I'm trying to find where he is. I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news, in particular on Channel 9, which is proving to be more difficult than I imagined. It's really difficult, but I'm not going to give up. And sometimes I go on tours to different places and I have to catch buses and trains and shit, and I'm taking a risk every time I get on of catching something, whether it be the cold, the flu, RSV or COVID. It depends. I don't like this. Change it. I'm going to change it again, folks. I do think it might be better if I stretch it horizontally. But yeah, I really hate the fear that I have of catching something that's going to make me violently ill and unable to function or to sleep. And I find the flu is really something I don't want or need to be catching. I don't know how people with long COVID and immunocompromised conditions can cope with this lack of mask wearing and safety. I'd be really scared. As I said, I'm scared of catching the flu and catch it because the flu really knocks me around. It really knocks me around big time. More on the horizontal. I think we got it right. Maybe a bit more enlargement again to finish it off. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, I'd like to see masks return. They're not comfortable, they're hard to breathe through, but at least you're not going to catch something nasty. You're less likely to. And if everyone wears a mask, that'll really drop the flu cases as well as COVID. And because FLIRT is the latest COVID variant on the radar. It's been mentioned in the news on the Channel 9 a couple of times in the past week or so, and she's a really nasty strain, and even people who've been vaccinated still get a nasty hit. So it might make me violently ill for the first time. This COVID strain called Flirt, and Flirt is getting around everywhere. I guess that's why it's called Flirt, because it just keeps going. It's just so contagious. Nasty. I don't even like the name. I hate it even more with a name like Flirt. Yeah. And I live alone. I don't have anyone to look after me around the clock. So I live alone. I don't have any friends to call up for help. I'm basically on my own, folks. This is a rather prolongated demo, folks. Anyway, enough about that. That's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.